I am about to start preparing the vegetable beef soup from the website called RecipeTin Eats. I am delayed because I forgot to defrost my diced beef. In fact, I'm a little bit under the weather, so the meat that I thought I was defrosting was the wrong meat. Anyways, so for this recipe, I first need to fry up the mushrooms separately and have them cooked, ready to add in at the end of the recipe. Then the beef gets fried up aggressively, they say, and then I start adding all the bits. So the way that I've prepared it is so that they can be added at the right times. Once the beef is cooked, the beef comes out and this diced up onion and garlic go in, and then the steps that follow I'll just document them as I go. The potatoes and the mushrooms go in last. I've also got 3 carrots and 2 celery sticks, a cup of frozen peas. This is 700 ml of beef stock that I've just got setting over here. I need half a bottle of wine, and then I saw Nigella freeze bits of wine left over from the party one so that she could use it in her cooking. So that's why I've got this bag prepared to make frozen wine for a recipe in the future. I need some tomato puree, some thyme, some bay leaves, some self-raising flour or any flour, salt, pepper, and olive oil to cook it all up in. And here is my trusty pot, so I'm about to get started. I've cut up the potatoes, the beef is cooked, the mushrooms are cooked, the flour is added to the celery, carrots, onions and garlic, and I'm just going to stir this up while the flour dissolves into the water, and I'll stir continuously. We need 375 ml of wine, so half a bottle. That on top is just the fat from the beef stock. I'm using the same measuring jug. And because I over poured with the wine, I'm just going to put 350 ml of water in. Next, I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. 2. I need 2 bay leaves and a teaspoon of thyme. This is starting to thicken, and now I'm adding in the wine, water, tomato paste, thyme and bay leaves. The next step is to add the beef back in and then simmer this for an hour and 15 minutes. then add the potatoes in and the mushrooms last. However, I would like the potatoes to be really soft, so I'm going to add them in now and bring this to the boil and then drop it down to a simmer. I am going to bring this to the boil and then drop it down to simmer for an hour and a half. Here's the wine in the freezer. I am just going to freeze it flat and use it next time I need to cook with red wine. Here it is boiling, so I'm just going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for the next hour and a half. This has been boiling for about an hour and a half. I've just put the mushrooms in. It smells so good. It's nice and rich and thick. And I'm going to stir those mushrooms in and cook it for another 10-15 minutes while I bake some bread to go with the soup. Beef and vegetable soup with a freshly baked bread roll.